Hello everyone, my name is Jay Wolfio and welcome to my Minecraft World Tour. So this is a world that I have had on Bedrock since 2019. It's been 4.5 years and it may not look like a lot to you people, but this is a very special world to me and I have built a lot of stuff, at least to me, that I'm very proud of. So right over here, this is actually the spawn where you first spawn in the world. There's a welcome sign and here we have a camel. I have no place for him yet, so he's just tied up here. And we have a giant slime that I have made from all the slime that spawned in my mine. And 32,576 slime balls comprise this beautiful beast. And yeah, so I just thought out of all the annoying slimes, I would make a statue of them. Over here we have a little potion building with a bunch of brewing stands with all the ingredients around them, some water bottles, and then this is a glass bottle carpet. I thought that was pretty cool. And down here, we have a little nether wart farm and an automatic water. Yeah, and an infinite water source. I'm sorry. Alright, moving on. See, we'll go over here. We have a cobblestone structure that I made because I was just bored one day, and so I decided that I would use some of my excess cobblestone and just make this. And you can actually go up the water elevator to the top and try to avoid the little lava pools here. Hopefully there's not a drowned up here. Alright, perfect. But we do have a chicken that is somehow still alive. And yeah, you can just get a little view of the land. So here we have a pyramid followed by a desert pyramid. It's the first thing I saw in the world. And this is actually where I made my first base. So if you go in here, we'll see some naked sheep. And I trapped these sheep here and sheared them, but didn't realize that you had to use grass for them to regrow their wool. So they've been naked ever since. And this wool was actually terracotta before, but I changed it to wool to make it look like the OG desert temples. And down here is my first little base. This is where I first slept in Minecraft. And down here is my mine. And I still use this mine to this day. It's very mined out. And down here is like a little train station. So here we have some storage. And here is a train station that goes to one of my houses on this world. And here we have some villagers. And here's my first automatic village, and my only automatic village, and my only attempt at it. And it's kind of crappy, but it was 4.5 years ago, and I'm proud of it. I mean, it worked for a while as a good little villager trading area. It now serves as a cow farm primarily, and yeah, I can just trade with villagers and get some food. So yeah, let me just show you how it works. So we'll exit here. Here. So I would ring the bell, and they would all go running to their beds, but they just get stuck at the wall now. But I would press this button for the carrots to come down, and then the villagers would automatically replant them. And there's more villagers up here and more carrots. And same thing here. This activates water. The carrots come flushing out. And the villagers would replant them as well. And then here, there's a dropper there, and this is like an automatic villager breeder. So carrots will come out, and then villagers would enter breeding mode. Alright, and then here is my first little storage room here. It's nothing much, and yes, I built the chests horizontally instead of like lining each other up this way. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright, and then here's a couple maps of an ocean monument, yeah, and a woodland mansion. And then behind here we have a little nether portal, and it should be closed, but behind here, as you can see, is my little secret base area. And behind here we have my vault. Very nice in here. All my valuables. And you can also lock yourself in from here. And then here we have another secret lever. And this goes to a little secret room with bunk beds and paintings. And I made this for my brother, but he never plays on this world anymore. And yeah. So we can exit here. And I have nothing in the nether, by the way. It's all just like highways, but it's not decorated at all. It's just like netherrack highways. But here we have Gerald, the zombie piglin. He's actually a pig man before he's a piglin. Here we have Elliot the cow, and we have Ernesto, my horse. And then here we have a bunch of slimes. Like I said, this is where that giant slime statue came to be. From all these stupid slimes that choose to never leave me alone. And then we have some more storage right here. And then this is a mine track that goes all the way to a village, and you can see the cow pen right there. And then we have some auto smelters, and yeah, we just have a mined out, pretty big mine, and it's infested with slimes. So that's always fun. And what I'm going to do now is actually, we're going to run all the way over here to the secret exit. And we have a beacon right here. And just press the button to open the door, and then you can run down this hallway and up these stairs. Let's see if I can fly. Nope. Oh well. And when you turn the corner, you are in an automatic, well, not an automatic, but a skeleton XP farm. Skeletons, they come down, they float here, and they go up the water elevator, and they drop down here. And they will, you can see them come up this elevator, and then they'll fall down this hole in this tube. And then we can leave this little area, and we can just lock it back up. Alright. And then here we're right back next to the pyramid. And this is a water tower that goes all the way up to the top. Nice little water elevator that goes to max height. And here we have a 6. And then this is a hotel I call it the Grand Stallion Hotel. And the reason there's a 6 here is because I am a big Cleveland Browns fan. And I am a big Baker Mayfield fan, so I built that to honor him. And we can go up here into this little elevator room. And here we are at the Grand Stallion Hotel. And this statue was made by Daily Supply here on YouTube, so credit to him. And then free rooms, this little lobby area with chairs and tables. And then every room is identical. They all have this one bed here, and followed by a crafting table and a furnace and a couple chests. All right. So we can leave this. All right, and on to the next segment. So here we have another water tower. And here we have a pumpkin and a watermelon. They are identical on the inside, except for the fact that they are a melon and a pumpkin, respectively. So they both look like this on the interior. And then here we have a little bridge, and then a little lighthouse. Credit goes to TheNotable too. For this design, he made it with wood and cobblestone, but I made it with wood and birch wood. But you can go up here. Up this spiral staircase. Man, I really hate these things. I don't know why I made a spiral staircase for everything, but I did. And you get a nice little view of the land. Alright, and then we can just hop back down here. And then here we have a pillager tree. I got this idea from TheNotable in his hardcore series, and I credit it to him here. And I've also credited this to TheNotable too on that sign right there. And then here we can go up this little water elevator to the top, like we can on the other one. And here we have Rodrigo II. There was a normal chicken named Rodrigo, but he died because there was a drowned here, and I was trying to kill him, and I accidentally hit Rodrigo I, and he perished, and apparently... Okay, there we go. That trapdoor's fixed now, but yeah, so here's Rodrigo II, just chilling up here. And then what we can do is we can jump all the way down into the river below. And we have a secret lever here that that enters into this little underground base. And we have a little timeline here of me saying yeet over many years, starting back in 2019. And here we have a llama named Gerald, and then another llama, but he's unnamed, and then we have a giant salmon here that does not move. Alright, and looks like it is about nighttime, so we will try to get some sleep. Alright, moving on. I'm going to show you my custom little village here. Well, actually, I'm going to show you this house right here. It's made by Junsmab Architecture Tutorial on YouTube. It was a great tutorial and it's a beautiful build, and I highly recommend you check out the tutorial. I'll link their channel in the description. And inside we have these 4 little quadrants, each with a little garden. And we can go upstairs. And there's each in here, each room a bedroom except for this one because this used to be like a little trophy room, but I have moved it. And there's just in each of these 3 rooms a bedroom. And then there is also a bunch of armor stands up here, but I moved them to my museum that I will show you later on. Alright, so we can make our way over to my custom little village that is... It's not the best looking thing, but it's functional. So, let's see here. Alright, so here we have another portal, a cherry blossom tree, some storage. I was planning on streaming a lot on Twitch, and I was going to put my first 100 followers here, but I only got to 36. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's whatever. Over here we have a little prison cell. Here we have Dinnerbone. He is a nitwit, and he's locked up going insane. And then here we have Nimrod, and he is clinically insane. He is also a serial killer. Not really, but I framed him. But yeah, he's just in here pacing, contemplating his life. Over here we have some targets, along with a bunch of cats that I'm trying to get the achievement for, befriending 20 stray cats. And here we have an allay. Over here is an automatic egg farm, and an automatic sugarcane farm, a classic village well. And then here we have a villager of every profession. And I also have every villager of every biome. So we have a swamp villager, a plains villager, desert villager, a savanna, snowy. This is a taiga, and a jungle villager. And this is a little villager breeder right over in here. I have multiple positions for them all to pick from, and I trade with them quite a bit. And down here, you can't see it, but there is a full emerald beacon all the way down there at the bottom. I'm very proud of that. And then in my backyard here, we have a giant bamboo farm. I know I need to make an automatic one, but it's whatever. And there used to be a big mountain right here, but I trimmed that down to the little hill that it is now. And you get to see a little pixel art of a yellow lab. This is based off my dog Winston. He's a yellow lab, and I love him very much. Alright, moving on. You can see a big farm right here. This is a big farm building. And you can see it has a floor dedicated to each major crop. We have, and on top is a storage area, and then we have melons, pumpkins, sugarcane, beetroot, carrots, potatoes, and wheat. Over here we have a little cemetery for my fallen mobs and a couple of professional sports teams that I cheered for whose seasons ended tragically, the 2020 Cleveland Browns and the 2022 Cleveland Guardians. We also have Dwight and Jim, both frogs that I have lost. My first 2 frogs. Then we have my 3 pet creepers that have died. Rodrigo the first, and then Cat the cat. I do not remember when I got her, but she died over a year ago. And there's a little shovel to dig the graves. Here we have my polar bears, and here we have my little jungle bear, not jungle bear, panda bear exhibit. It's a little jungle exhibit for my panda bears. And credit to Icefire Gaming on YouTube, I'm sorry. And we have a bunch of different pandas here. And I also have 2 brown pandas. Here is one of them. And there's the other one over there in the corner. Here we have this little church. And this credit to this goes to Wells Night Gaming here on YouTube. He did an awesome job, and I thought I'd just like to give him a little shout out. And yeah, it's a beautiful little church, and hopefully one day I can build my own. Alright. Moving on, here we have a automatic, well not automatic, but a zombie XP farm. So zombies, they will rise up this water elevator, and they will drop into this hole. And it's also a 2 stories, so you can get a better view of them rising up. And we can go down here, this trap door. And you can see them spawn in here. And then here's the little chamber. And if you ever want to just kill zombies without getting any XP for whatever reason, or just dispose of their loot, you can open up the trapdoor and they will burn in lava. And this is also connected to the second zombie spawner, so this little tunnel here. And if we follow this pathway inside this little cave system, you will see the second spawner right here. I thought that was pretty cool having two at once. And then up here, we have access to my polar bears inside this little ice dome. Over here we have Jimmy. And then over here we have Chris and Chandler. These were my three favorite people from Mr. Beast's videos, so I decided to name polar bears after them. And if we go right over here, up this stairway, we can also enter the panda bear exhibit through these little trapdoors. So I thought that was kind of cool. Little secret entrances to both. Alright, moving on. Actually, we'll take this way, it's quicker. Alright, let's see here. Over here we have a failed iron farm, and credit to it goes to Voltrox here on YouTube, but it is for Java, not Bedrock, and I learned that the hard way. So we have this farm here with a zombie going up and down, taunting these villagers forever, but no iron golems have ever spawned here, so I have never made a profit, which is unfortunate, but oh well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, you can see the little zombie in there. And then over here we have my doghouse. This is inspired by Stampy and his lovely world. You can see I got the staircase and this tunnel from him. And then I have all my dogs with little toys on the floor. We got bones, some steak, a ball, a leash, another leash, and yeah, a stick too. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this building. Nice little place for my dogs to live, and I have yet to build somewhere for my cats, but we will do that another day. Over here we have a little sheep farm, both blue wool and orange wool that I will need a lot of for future projects. And over here, this little house was made by Mumbo Jumbo, and I really like it and decided to put it in my world, so credit goes to Mumbo Jumbo. Just a little nice house in here. It's very cozy, very small house. And then over here we have all three frog variants. We have the green frog, the orange, and then the white frog. And there's a little campfire over there. And then over here, in this jungle tree, is actually going to be my parrots. I have 5 parrots, each one is a different variant. And there's also a jukebox up here, so we can play music, but first I'd like to introduce you to Demetrius, Jatarvius, Esteban, Sedarian, and Harold. These are my parrots, and I like to make them dance. So actually, now let's get Cat. It's a classic. And yeah, they just dance. So yeah, I think that's pretty funny. And yeah. So over here, this is the first house I ever built in this world. That was not the desert pyramid over there. It's a small little house, but, you know, it's still pretty cute, I think. A little kitchen area with a table with cake on it. We have a minecart track that goes to the mine with snow golems along with a bunch of pumpkins. Guys, it's me, Jay Wolfio. I am currently editing this video, and I forgot to show you something important. So right over here, we have my captured pillager in my fishing dock area. And if we go back down inside my house, and down here through the mine cart track, here we have Creepy Steve the Fourth. He is captured here in his little cave area, and he is my pet and prisoner forever. Isn't that right, Steve? Yeah. Alright, back to the video. Sorry. And then we can go upstairs. And there's 4 bedrooms. There's 2 small ones here. And then there's 2 bigger bedrooms in here. And if you can already see the backyard, we have a farm and some farm animals. We have all of the crops that I have in my crop building, along with pigs, chickens, horses, donkeys, mules, cows, and a lot a different colored sheep. Also a frog, for some reason. Over here, this is my museum. I worked very hard on this. It took such a long time to get all the quartz for it, and I'm very proud of it. You can see it's like two people on either side, along with two people clashing swords. That's what it's intended to look like in the middle. And in here we have a Ender Dragon statue, the Ender Dragon egg. We have a little book of all my accomplishments, players that have been on this world, and then some coordinates, and created in August 2019 this world. And then here we have the gear I fought the Ender Dragon with for the first time. I died several times because it's very poorly enchanted, and I didn't know how enchantments worked back then. Here we have my first diamond sword, a wither rose, another star, and the only notch apple I found on this world. It's been 4.5 years, and I've only found one notch apple. Crazy. Then we have iron, gold, diamond, emerald, and netherite ingots, along with lapis, redstone, copper, quartz, and coal. Then we have an armor suit of every material. And then we have mob heads. I've collected all of these except for the skeleton and the Steve heads. So those are the only two I have left to go. And then here we have a map of this whole area. It's pretty cool to look at. Alright. Moving on. Oh, I guess I should get my bed out. Skip the night. Get a nice view of the museum there. Alright, here we have the transportation tower. I was inspired by the Wayne Tower in the movie Batman Begins that had a monorail going through the building. So I wanted to incorporate that into my Minecraft world, so I built this. A building with a monorail tower that goes in two different directions. And then here we have an artificial village. I built this village in the old style of villages, and since world was made in 2019, it did not have this kind of village anymore, so I rebuilt one from scratch. And yeah, it's got every major kind of building that those villages had. And then there is my fishing dock over there. And here we have my barn with all sorts of different animals in here. We have my horse, Gabe. This is Sergey. And then we have a skeleton horse, Dinnerbone, Grum, Jeb, a mule, and a donkey. And then up here we kind of have the rafters of the barn with a closed window, and then this is an open window over here. And I used banners to recreate the window textures on the wooden doors. Alright, and then here we have the sacred wooden house from those Minecraft sacred texts, I guess, the guides on how to play Minecraft from long ago. And yeah, it's very bare bones, but it's the real thing from the books. You got the pool in the backyard, and it's got an upstairs and an attic as well. Here's the bedroom area, and you can also go upstairs into the attic. Alright, moving along. Here we have my little zoo. I have 4 exhibits. We have sea turtles right here. We have mushrooms over here, both brown and red. Over here we have axolotls, and there's so much rotten flesh and salmon guts because I built this in the path of a river, and it still thinks it's a river, so the axolotls will just kill whatever spawns in here, which is kind of funny. And I have one of every type, including the rare blue axolotl, you can see right there. And then over here, we have the sniffers. It took me a while to get 3 sniffer eggs, but I finally got 3 back to back to back while searching through an ancient ruin. And there's also a baby sniffer in there somewhere, but I guess he's hiding behind the parents. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. You can see the little snifflet there. Alright, and then this is a bridge that just connects you back over to the potion building and the slime. Alright, and there's also a copper statue right there. I forgot to show you guys this. But he's holding a dragon head, and I think that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here, and I'm going to cut to the end of this line here, of this transportation tower. It's going to take us to the stronghold, so I will cut and show you guys that. And there's also an unfinished base here. But I'll see you guys at the stronghold. Alright, so here we are at the stronghold at the end of this line here. And as you can see, I have built an end city here. A mini end city with a little island, but I plan to expand this in the future, but not right now. And here we have a small, tiny little tower that is not furnished and it is very poorly built. And I plan on just completely destroying this and rebuilding it in the future to make it look better and it will have floors, individual floors. Sorry, it took me a while to get that out. And then we have a little CD farm over there along with sugarcane. And over here, we can go inside this little building off to the left. And inside is the stronghold. And here is a little map of the area. We just hop down here, take a left, and here we are at the end portal. Alright, and now I'm going to cut to the end of the other line of the transportation tower that leads to the Savannah village, so I will see you guys there. Alright everyone, so here we are approaching this little Savannah village checkpoint here, and you can see the desert pyramid over there along with the giant cactus in the distance. And we are almost at the station. Just a little bit more, and here we are. And here is the little cart that takes you down into the village. And I planned to use this village a lot, but I never really did. And I don't think I've ever even traded with a villager here, if I'm being honest. I just built this little base around a village. And it's like a mini castle, but the turret is in the center instead of turrets on the corners and around the castle. It's like a mini wall. It's like a mini castle, but it's pretty bad, honestly. And here we have this house that totally blends in with the others. And if you go down the ladder, let's see, and down these stairs that take you into the mine, there's going to be the minecart rail from my main mine that takes you all the way here. So yes, I have two minecart rails that take you to this one village that I don't even use anymore. Like, how crazy is that? But yeah, I mean, I did use it a couple times back in the day, but I just don't use it anymore because I have my own village, like, back at my main base area, and I just use that one more than I use this one. And this one's just kind of barren. It's like there's nothing really here. But who knows, maybe I'll use it in the future one day. And up here is the little turret. Go inside here. And there's nothing here on the bottom floor except a crafting table and a bed. And as you guys can see, I'm a big fan of spiral staircases for whatever reason. And you can go all the way up to the top of the turret here and get a nice little view of the area. But yeah, so I am going to take you to the next checkpoint on this rail system, and that is going to be at the ocean checkpoint, so I will see you there. Alright, so here we are at my ocean checkpoint. Here we have a gunpowder farm by JC Plays. I will link his video in the description. It's a great tutorial, it's a great farm. And right here is the ocean checkpoint. So I'm going to hop out of this minecart and we can see a coral reef over there with a shipwreck in the middle, a axolotl farm, and another axolotl farm over here. And I will give you guys a better look at this checkpoint. So this is a really cool port slash tower that I'm really proud of. It kind of looks like a light bulb, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. We have like 4 little docks here. And this is a big trading ship right here. I'm very proud of how it turned out, but I just wish I added an interior. I mean, I never really did, except for this desk right here. But yeah, I need to fix that and add some more to this ship, and maybe even add some cannons and stuff. But yeah, I'm very happy with the look of it. And we can exit here. And so this tower, it has a water elevator in the center that takes you all the way up. And there's also 2 little areas that you can drop down right here, and there's water to break your fall at the bottom. So right now I'm going to take this minecart here to the end of the line, and that'll be at the financial district, which is going to be the final stop on the tour. Alright, so here we are at the financial district, and I know, how can it be a financial district with only 4 buildings, but that's besides the point. So I originally created this area when I just decided to venture out here and into the wilderness with just a stack of food and just build a new base, and that's what I did. And here we have a little cozy house with a bedroom and an attic. So we're just gonna go to sleep real quick, skip the night. Alright, and then we're gonna check out the building. So here is a bigger and much more improved transportation tower, and it is not finished. I plan on finishing all the floors someday, but that is obviously not today. Um, Here we have an elevator. It used to go up to the top floor, and this floor and the main floor, but it only goes up here into the main floor now. We can see a pillager over there. But yeah, so we're just going to ride this down to the lobby. Alright, here we are. And here we have a map of the area, and there's a village over here to my right. And here are the other 3 buildings. So this building, it is made out of diorite, and there is nothing inside of it. It's just all floors, and I mean, I like the shape of it, I mean, but I just never put anything inside of it. It's kind of small, but oh well. And if we cross this bridge here, we have a water fountain, a small little farm over there. And then here we have these 2 towers, and there's actually nothing inside of these towers except for the main floors. But the rest of the floors up, there's nothing. But if we go in here, we have a little area down right over here. And down this ladder we have storage. And through this door, it connects to the other tower. And we have a nether portal in the basement. And what we can do is we can go down these stairs here. And this is it, my entrance to my mine shaft. It's a big waste of lapis and redstone, but I mean, I like the look of it. I think it's kind of cool. And once we get down here, we can see the mine. So it goes out pretty far in that direction, and over here too. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my world tour. Let me know if you want to see more videos of this world in the future, and I will see you guys later. This is Jay Wolfview, signing off. See you guys.